the whole area between 40K and 42K is a pretty decent resistance area, right? We're trading right below that one with the daily 20 as resistance. So we're gonna have an interesting scenario when or if we break above the daily 20 EMA. So what will happen is we're gonna break above that trend line. Now that in of itself is not very bullish unless it also reclaims a significant moving average or a horizontal resistance area. And we do have that area above where the midpoint of that level would be this right here. That would be 41,100 is the midpoint of that resistance area. So the bullish scenario is, break above descending trend line, but then breaking above that trend line would take us right into the daily 20 EMA, right? So we break above the daily 20 EMA, and that will take us right into a significant resistance area, right? And if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, breaking above the trend line is a bullish thing, and then breaking above the daily 20 EMA is a bullish thing, but it's not, right? It's in my opinion, it's not unless you also reclaim a significant horizontal level at the same time, and that's just not happening at this point. What needs to happen from Bitcoin, or what Bitcoin needs to do for me to turn bullish, is it needs to reclaim this whole level right here. And because of the fact that the daily 50 EMA is right above and is probably going to come lower into this area in a couple of days, that also leads me to believe that that's the confirmation I'm looking for. So if we get that pump or whatever that move today, which we probably isn't going to get, we're talking about a 10 to 15% move to the upside from Bitcoin at current levels. It's probably going to take a while. It's probably going to take a couple of days for this bullishness to come in and confirm itself, basically. And I'm not seeing that, right? So people are getting, I feel like people are getting bullish for the wrong reasons. People are getting bullish because it looks like Bitcoin wants to break out. It looks like it's creating higher, that's a higher high, and it kind of looks like we have that a new higher high in sequence of higher lows. Kind of looks like a triangle formation right here, but it doesn't matter what you call this. It's just fact of the matter is local market structure is bullish within a very bearish overall trend. So I think people here are getting bullish for the wrong reasons. You have the 4-hour 20 crossing above the 50, you have a 4-hour uptrend, and that's a good thing, right? But it's not the first time that has happened, right? Every time we get that, we still get, we come up here, we test the 20 and 50 EMA, get bought down. We test the area between the daily and 50 EMA here, and also conflict with the resistance area, and we get bought down pretty quickly. And same thing here, we test the daily 20, and we dump, right? And we're just in the same structure right now. The same stuff's happening now as has been happening during this whole downtrend. So there's no change in behavior on this downtrend, right? And that's something very, very important to note here. You need to look for changes in behavior of market structure, right? Or better yet, you look for changes in behavior when it comes to the trend. So what is trend doing at this moment? And are we seeing any changes in behavior? And I would say, no, we're not seeing anything like that at all at this point. Now, what would be a change in behavior would be let's look at the daily here. Have we ever had any daily open and closes above the 20 EMA? Yes, we have had that. We see that right here, but we have not reclaimed the daily 50. We haven't created a higher low on the daily. We haven't even created a significant bullish market structure on any time frame here. So what would be a change in behavior is, first of all, what we want to see here is price to continue this 4-hour uptrend above the daily 20 EMA, and then because of the fact that leads us right into resistance, we need to reclaim this resistance. So you can see here we hit resistance here, we hit resistance here, right? And that's the problem, right? So we hit resistance here, we hit resistance here, and we're hitting resistance here, a reclaim of this level would be not only a pretty obvious change in behavior of the 4-hour trend, but this whole downtrend, right? And it would reclaim the daily 50 EMA most likely for the first time since the start of this downtrend. So that is what I'm watching, and that is what I mean when you have to look for changes in behavior of the overall trend and the overall market structure, right? Now that's the bullish case for Bitcoin.